I have the pleasure of introducing two new members to our board. They were just appointed by County Council, Jody Allen and Jessica Brangill. How do you say that? Brangill?
Yep.
Brangill. So Jody, do you want to just tell us a couple of things about you?
Thank you, Ellen. I'm looking forward to using my 20 years of book selling experience and my years of experience on various nonprofit boards to further our goal of strengthening our county library system. Thank you.
Jessica?
Good evening. I'm Jessica Brangle. I am a lifelong resident of Marple Newtown, currently live in Broomall, grew up in Newtown Square, lifelong library user. I am a librarian by trade at Swarthmore College. Looking forward to serving the county.
Thank you both. Next item on the agenda, are there any public comments on agenda items only? Okay, seeing none. The minutes for the October 17 meeting were distributed electronically to all members of the board. I know that you both were not at that meeting, so this is just directed to the folks who were there. Did you get a chance to read them, and does anybody have any comments or corrections?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Annie, communications and announcement?
Yes, a few announcements to make. First, registration is open for the Pennsylvania Library Association Frontline Online All Virtual Conference. It's scheduled for February 5th, 2025. It's a really great opportunity for professional development geared specifically at our frontline staff, and it would allow them to earn their required continuing education credits in a single day format. That's much more financially accessible than many other conference options. So we just wanted to let you know that's available, and registration and session details are on the Pennsylvania Library Association website right now.
What is it?
It is an online conference. So they'll be presenting, different workshops that folks can attend on kind of a fancy conference platform where you can be in all different Zooms and that sort of thing.
So frontline is not some.
Yes, as in frontline, like circulation staff, those, yes, yep, exactly. I also want to mention that trustees and friends will have a development opportunity also online that's coming up. It's the second annual Virtual Institute for Friends and Trustees. That's on March 15th. And it's an event co-sponsored by PA Citizens for Better Libraries and the Pennsylvania Library Association. Registration is open for that, but the session details haven't been released yet. Up next, for those of you who attended the DCL trustee training back in November, the PALA digital media calendar is familiar, but I did want to highlight that this evening as an advocacy tool for all trustees, especially going into the new year. Each year, the association shares this toolkit, which includes a section on advocacy action tips. On that page, you'll find different advocacy actions that they recommend, and each kind of goes along with the time of year, be it budget season, National Library Week, or summer reading. So for our libraries who are looking to expand their advocacy efforts, this is a really good, quick start guide for you. And the last announcement reminder that I have is that before our next DCLB meeting, the 2024 annual report will open for member libraries to begin work on. DCL will communicate with library directors regarding the timeline that comes from the Office of Commonwealth Libraries And while trustees don't really have a major role in completing the report, just a call out to all of the presidents and treasurers that your signature will be required to submit that. So please make sure to stay in touch with your directors regarding the annual report in the first quarter of next year. That's all I have as far as announcements. Any questions, folks? Great.
Okay, the financial report, the November 2024 financial report was also distributed electronically. Does anybody have any questions or concerns about the report? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Annie, administrators report?
Sure. Again, I have a variety of topics to review. First up is audits and financial reviews. A reminder that your audited financial statements or financial reviews for 2023 must be submitted to our office as soon as possible in order for state aid to be dispersed early next year. The statute reads, the audit shall be filed every year for libraries which receive annually $50,000 or more in state income, or every third year with a financial review filed in the years that an audit is not required. For libraries which receive annually less than $50,000 in state aid income. So if you do need to know whether your library is on an audit or financial review year, the Office of Commonwealth Libraries has a list on their state aid LibGuide, which your library director will be able to help you access. I have received 23 audits for a number of the libraries, but there are still a good number that we need to receive. So if you could touch base on that, please. The 2025 budget, you've probably heard that County Council approved the county budget at their December 11th meeting. Library services, county funding will be flat, and direct monetary support to the libraries in the form of county aid was approved at $100,000 again for 2025. These funds are typically dispersed in late summer or early fall. But you can anticipate that we will have that same amount again next year as we have for the last several years. Our service contracts, I also wanted to mention that at the meeting last week, Council approved continuing service with a number of our vendors, including Newsbank, EBSCO, Interdelivery Service, or Interlibrary Delivery Service, there we go, and Overdrive. In addition to these contracts that had to be approved by council, we are also continuing agreements with A to Z databases, Envisionware, LibCal, McNaughton, WorldShare, ProQuest, Wise Financial, Mobile Beacon, and Innovative in the new year. And all of these services cover a wide variety of services, either to the public or to the member libraries. Some of them are online research databases, newspaper access, our calendar of events, our circulating hotspots, our public access computer management, and our circulation system. And funds are coming from both the county and state dollars for these.
I had a question about the budget.
Mhm.
Was there any discussion about whether, if through the Rethinking Libraries process, that there might be opportunities to request additional funds for specific changes or purposes?
So there weren't discussions about that this year because we didn't really have anything to propose yet. But there definitely will be that opportunity to discuss. And, as we move forward with the task force to kind of make those final recommendations about how to move forward, we'll definitely start those conversations.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay.
Okay, committee reports. There are no existing committees at the moment. So let's move on to new business. Annie, the automation policy update.
Yes. After a request from one of the member libraries, the DCL Policy Committee reviewed a portion of our countywide automation policy that regards the retention of library card applications after the patron's record is created in our CERC system. So in the course of reviewing the policy, the committee received confirmation from the Office of Commonwealth Libraries that there's no statute or regulation that requires retaining the actual applications themselves. We also conferred with the county solicitor, who agreed that there's no county requirement and that discretion could be given to the local library level. The committee also looked at what systems statewide are doing, and many are moving, either have moved in this direction or are planning to, in particular, to decrease the risk of personal information being improperly stored. So with those considerations, the committee did unanimously recommend the policy change to the member library directors, who in turn reviewed and are recommending the update to this board. I do want to clarify that if the board does approve this, the change won't require that a library destroy the applications after the patron account is created, but it allows the individual library to decide based on their specific needs and procedures if they would like to do that. So I am requesting that the board approve the proposed update as provided in the packet, and it would be effective immediately.
Well, that sounds fair. So you need a motion for that?
Oh, I think Jenny had a question.
Okay,
Sorry.
good. Okay.
What was my question? Oh, is all of the information on the paper application already stored
Yeah.
in the computer?
Yes, exactly. So everything on the application gets put into the circulation system and is stored in, in their electronic patron record, which is stored by the circulation system vendor, who's responsible for all the mega security and backup and all of that.
And then after the person is like, if they move away and they don't refresh their information, that information is still retained for a while electronically?
It is purged every 3 years once a card has been inactive.
Okay.
I believe for 3 years. So it's actually, it's several years removed from when they become inactive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I move to approve the automation policy update.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Okay, nomination committee for 2025. This board will need to reorganize, especially given we have two new members, but we do it every January. So I need some folks to volunteer for that. Do I have any?
I'll volunteer.
Virginia and Karen. Great. Okay. That's the new people off the hook. And Inder is not available this evening. So
But we can nominate the new people.
yeah. Well, so that will be a discussion early in the new year. The nominating committee will work with the entire board to come up with the new slate. Yeah. And then we'll be voting on that at the February meeting. Okay, old business, Annie.
Yes, just a quick update about the system evaluation stakeholder groups and task force. I just want to let you all know that we're, of course, in a little bit of a break here at the holiday and New Year season, but I'd like to really thank everybody who has so thoughtfully participated in those conversations over the last 6 months across the 4 groups. We've seen many common themes as well as unique needs identified. And early in the new year, we will will be reaching out to those groups to begin the next phase of work, which will include convening the larger task force. The task force will bring together reps from the 4 stakeholder groups, from our board, from the Library Foundation, and some other folks, and will identify and prioritize our next steps. So please watch for those communications in January.
I have a question. So, once that first meeting is held, then do we go back to council? What's the next step about involving
Right.
council?
I think we're going to play it by ear as far as if it's after the next meeting, or we'll kind of have to see how that conversation evolves. But yes, I do think after the task force, is able to come to some agreements about priorities, then that's when we would begin talking about it with other folks like council and other staff here at the county. And I have another piece of old business, so I'll move right into that. This is distribution of 2024 funding. On December 2nd, I received confirmation from the Fulcroft Library that unfortunately they're not able to produce a 2022 audit as they had anticipated. So they are forfeiting state aid for this year. I have been in communication with the library board and borough management, and there is a 23 audit that is underway, and they're very confident that they will be able to provide that. But given that they are not able to receive 24 aid, I am requesting that the board follow the precedent that has been set and authorize us to evenly distribute the $28,387 originally allocated to Fulcroft Library among the remaining eligible libraries, with 2 libraries declining those funds. I'm also asking the board to evenly distribute the county aid funds that would have been in the amount of $1,476 to the remaining eligible libraries.
Does
Thank-
anybody have any questions? Can I get a motion to approve 2024 funding distribution?
So move.
Second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so now this part of the program is when we welcome public comment, and it does not have to be restricted to items on the agenda. So if anybody present would like to make some public comment, if you would just identify yourself. Yeah, why don't you come up? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Lisa.
Hi.
And this is Judy. We're from Ridley Township Public Library and Resource Center. We have a few items that we just wanted to let everybody know about. Many of you may know Mary Tobin from the Ridley Township Library. She's worked at the library for 26 years and is currently the head of information services and assistant director, and she'll be retiring at the end of this year. Mary has been invaluable to the library with adult programming that draws thousands, reference service that is legendary, and innovative ideas that are fun and educational. She brought the Philadelphia Flyers caravan to the library twice. The good news is that Mary has agreed to work part-time in reference, so we're not cutting ties completely. So we're going to miss her. The Ridley Township Library is collecting new and gently used dresses, shoes, and accessories for our 4th annual prom dress giveaway. All items will be on display in the library February 1st and 2nd. We even set up changing rooms in the book stacks. Students can take what they want at no charge, and the past events have been very successful. The library is hosting wrap parties for this holiday season for patrons to wrap their gifts. We supply the paper bows, gift tags, tape, and scissors. And there are 2 more dates, Friday, December 20th and Monday, December 23rd. And finally, we continue to be busy with passport applications handling more than 100 per month. Through November of this year, we have submitted 1,367 passport applications. So it's a well-used service. So that's it.
Wow, thank you for that. Anybody else? Okay,
Just curious, when did Ridley start doing the passport application?
It's about 2 years. There was a pretty intense training process and takes a lot of energy for the staff, but it also brings in revenue, so it's been a really great service. I'm surprised at the numbers, also how many people, but it's nice that they know about the service. It really,
Right.
so if other libraries are interested, they should call Ridley. Okay, well, thank you very much. And can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second,
Second.
all in favor? Aye.
Bye.
Next meeting, February 21st.
So it's for the 20th. I'm sorry,
We have the wrong date on our agenda. Hold on while we check the date.
Yes, it's the 20th.
The 20th. Okay.
Sorry.